to start screaming Starbucks. There we go. Supposedly we streaming already, bro. Just so you know, just letting you know. Let me pump up the volume. That's the other thing I was like, man, this turns the volume down. Oh, got the music bumping, a little bit too loud on purpose.
Like you keep breaking up. Keep breaking up.
There we go. Your face is breaking up. There we go.
What?
Alright, so yeah, man, we on.
There you go.
Alright, finally got it together. It's time to get it together over here. The computer's still tripping, but I don't care. Oh, man. Alright, fool. So, one thing I was telling you last week that I wanted to show you real quick. This is just kind of like a little Comic Sans tribute right now.
Nice.
So, like... But it's just like, I guess it's for any font that you don't really want to use over and over again. I think like Comic Sans is a big one. I don't know what other one's starting to come up, but back in my day, Bleeding Cowboys, man, I was tired of seeing that all over the place.
Oh yeah.
What other ones do you think? Curls is one, I think. Zapfina, you got any?
See, no. Well, I kind of do, but I like mine, like Impact.
Yep.
I just like the boldness of it, but I've seen it since I was like elementary school, everywhere.
That one means a lot to me. My homeboy Apex got me in the t-shirt game. That's what he used to use for everything. He used to use Impact.
Yeah, I actually like it, so it's like, it's not bad. Comic Sans is my most annoyed with fun.
Alright, cool. So we'll start off with that one. Alright, now I'm also the guy, like, because everybody says never use Comic Sans, never ever. I'm the guy that be like, you can use it sometimes.
Right.
So, like, there's gonna be some situations, dude, like, you know, I don't know. I actually started looking for it in use, like in profession. Like, I was like, all right, what pro companies actually use this? I think like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I think they use it.
Okay.
So it's just like, I'm just saying, there's gonna be times that it works, you know.
Right. For sure.
So this isn't like, okay, when to use it or whatever, but it's kind of like, all right, not Comic Sans, but something like it. You know what I mean? So this is kind of how I figured it out. So
Okay.
I just got my artwork here, got the layer targeted. I mean, I guess you could just maybe just use this guy. Fonts, let me see, all classes. Anyway, what I was looking at, here's what I was gonna do. I was gonna see if there's another way to do it. But what I was gonna do is just match font. All right, so then I shown you this before, right?
This new right here.
Oh, okay, cool, man. I'm sorry, I thought I showed you this because I did a video on it a while back. My bad. So this is like what the font,
Okay.
but it's inside of Photoshop. So a lot of people are like, all right, what's the big deal? I was already using this before, but I'm like, it's inside Photoshop now. That's what's up. And so right here it teaches you how to actually use it. All right, so let me see. What you do is get rid of this guy. You reposition these handles to cover specific areas, and it'll like it'll update basically and show you like a list of fonts that match that area that you have highlighted there. So there you go. So here's the list here. Now, let's say you had a poster that had a couple different kind of fonts. So you probably want to like zero in on a specific one, something like that. All right. And then because you have like a new area, then check this out. The this refreshes and it gives you new alternatives.
Nice.
All right, over here at the top, these are examples that are actually installed on my machine.
Nice.
Down over here, these guys are available on TypeKit. So what I would suggest is, like, if you're a Creative Cloud user and you come into a situation where you're like, I don't want to use Comic Sans, but I know something like that would work here.
Right.
Boom. This is how you do it. So then, I don't know, I kind of like this one, Sketchnote Text Bold. I just go ahead and get that one. And it just goes ahead and it syncs it to to my machine. I don't know how long it's gonna take because earlier it was having. Oh, there it goes. They did it right away.
Nice.
As I talk, it finishes it up. Yeah. So there we go. Boom. It's updated. Got my new sketch note in there, and now it has that comic-y vibe that I like, but it doesn't have to match it perfect.
Nice.
What do you think?
That's cool. That's awesome.
So I don't have to use that font. You know what I mean?
Right. That's it.
Just because you said impact earlier, let's do it again with impact. See what happens. Damn, my machine is going slow. It's crazy. I gotta take it to the shop.
Like,
I'm leaking RAM somewhere, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's the actual term. I'm just thinking like in cars. Like,
Right. It probably is. Probably is.
The RAMs are getting loose, bro. I don't know. The fence is messed up. Y'all gotta fix the fence. My RAMs is going crazy. Alright, so searching for a font equivalent of impact. Alright, so these are the results on my machine, and down over here we get some different ones. Actually, I've heard this one, Acumen Pro. Somebody suggested that to me one time. They suggested it to me because it has a couple different faces you could use. So like right here you have, or styles, I don't know what the technical term is. But you have Pro Extra Condensed Ultra Black. You got Pro Condensed Ultra Black, Pro Extra Condensed Black. So it's like you have different ways. And here's another one down here, Pro Extra Condensed Ultra Black Italic. So those are always good when you have a couple different versions of it. Those to me are more valuable than if they just have like bold and that's it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's awesome.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I would say maybe check out Acumen, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and install it. You know what I mean? Go ahead and sync that one up. And oh, why am I tripping, dude? I forgot the reason we even started to think about doing this. You remember?
No, wait.
Cause I was always jacking your style, bro.
Yeah.
So,
Century Gothic.
Yeah, Justin has his preferred font, Century Gothic, and then ever since he showed it to me, I've been like, I remember I like that one now too. So let's see. I got it on here. I think I do. Yeah, Century Gothic. Let's go with bold. I like bold. It just looks clean, man. It does look clean, but all right. So yeah. Let me start from there. That's where this whole thing came up. I was like, man, I want to steal Justin's swag right here, but like, I don't want to be flagrant with it. So, I'll go, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to be a felony. You know what I mean? We're gonna turn it down to a misdemeanor. So I got this with Target. Just do it one more time. I wasn't planning on doing this 3 times, but I just remembered. All right, match font. Go ahead. Bring it into the area that I want to look for. So I like those S's and C's, so I want to make sure those get part of it. They don't even got some good ones. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let me see. Nah, they don't even look.
Yeah, they don't even look the same.
It looks like it's still trying to match the last font. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let's maybe just focus in on this guy right here. See what happens.
Nice.
Hey, it's a good thing it messed up, man.
True.
Just so you know, it happens. There we go. Much better result. Oh, okay.
There it is.
So yeah, when I've seen this demo, they usually focus in on like on 1 or 2 letters, and now I'm seeing why.
Right.
So this is kind of just to what we're doing is we're giving too much for Photoshop to analyze. Right. Narrow in our scope a little bit, then we get these guys here. So let's see. Oh, Nezuit, dude, that one's really good. This one's really good. Shout out to Astute Graphics. They put me on game. They showed me this one.
Nice.
I don't want to use that one because I'll be stealing their swag. So let me see. I think I'm gonna mess with Proxima for a bit. See how that works out for me.
Alright.
Am I pronouncing that right?
Proxima.
How would you pronounce this guy right here? Right here.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Proxima Nova. Condensed bold.
Yep.
Proxima.
Alright, so I got Proxima in here. I like the Nezuit one a little bit better, I'm not gonna lie, but
yeah.
I'm trying not to steal people's swag no more. Let me see.
That's nice.
But yeah, I should get the whole family. I'm gonna get the whole family next. But anyway, I already took more time on that than I wanted to. Alright, the next thing that I wanted to talk to you about was figuring out halftones in Photoshop.
Alright.
Now there's a halftone effect that lives in Photoshop already. I'm not talking about that one.
Okay.
Carlos showed me some crazy sneaky shit, man. This is dope. Carlos, if you're watching, I'm not paying attention to the chat right now, but if you're watching, man, thank you for this. Because sometimes he sneaks on. He's like a ninja. He'll jump on and jump off.
Mm-hmm.
All right, bro. So here you go. Let me go back to my screen real quick. I'm gonna show you a couple workflow tips along the way too, man. Like, I want to make sure that like I give people all the nuggets I can. Like, dude, on my YouTube channel, I just did a video on how to create a sphere, like a 3D ball. That's kind of boring, right? The fun is the steps it take me to get there. Like, I talk about workflow stuff along the way. So
nice.
It's kind of like what I'm thinking about right now too. So, all right, I just hit Control N. It takes forever for the new document window to come up, but it's coming. All right, let's see. So I'm looking at this guy right here. 1920 by 1080. That's my screen size. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose that one. Just so I can create a new document. All right, cool. So I got my new document here. Now I'm gonna play around with a portrait. I was gonna use this guy here. Let me see if the library is linked up yet. Look, it's loading. It's trying to load. Earlier when I was on here, it said it was having troubles getting to my Adobe library. So I think it's failing me again right now. No big deal. Google. Oh, it came back. It came back. Well, here, actually, it's gonna kill my joke now. So let me just come back over here. I'm gonna use this. Check this out. So I did a quick Google search. I looked for Justin Brown.
Oh God.
All right, so I found a portrait. Here's Justin Brown right here. See his hairline?
Who's this guy?
All right, now right away, one issue is the image that I brought in is larger than my document. Have I shown you how to work with that before?
Control Shift. I don't know.
Okay, no, that's cool. I see what you mean. Yeah, you were going to the image size on there. I feel you.
Yeah.
Check this out. So a couple different ways to work with something like this is you could transform it to fit the document you have there. Now the image right now is smaller than the document size, so what I would do first is probably turn that guy into a smart object.
Nice.
The only reason I would do that is because I'm shrinking this image down. What if later on I want to bring it up a little bit? I still want to have that resolution to play around with, and if I use a smart object, that resolution will stay inside the image and I'll be able to use it.
True.
Okay. Right, so now I'm gonna hit Control T or Command T on a Mac, and that's gonna allow me to transform this. Now the only thing I was gonna show you is that usually we're zoomed in all the way like this, right?
Right.
And what do you call it? Right now, if I hit Control 0, what I would think would happen is that my document would fill up the window. But what happens is Photoshop is smart. It's seen that I have this bounding box here and I'm trying to transform something.
Yeah.
So if I hit Control 0 right now, it's going to show me the entire bounding box, everything that I'm working with. That's super helpful. So then now I'll be able to shrink this guy down to fit right in here like you would think. And there's Justin Brown right there. Now, the whole smart object thing is so that, like, if I come back and size this guy up, like, let's say, all right, we don't want his whole suit. We just want to see Justin Brown's eyes. I'm gonna keep saying his name because I'm sure that's awkward for you. So now we see Justin Brown's face, right? But we're not gonna get any pixelation because we still have more pixels to go. Like, that's still not 100% where we started off at.
Okay.
All right, that's one thing. Here, I'm gonna go back to when I pasted it in here. So it's not a smart object no more. I don't really need it to be a smart object. That's fine. But it still doesn't fit my window here. So a different way to work is change the size of your canvas.
Ooh.
All right, so over here, image. Instead of going to canvas size, what I'm gonna do is click reveal all. And guess what that does?
It automatically
reveals all. All right, so that's cool, right? Have you used any of those before? Is that familiar to you, or like is this new?
I've never used that whole process right there.
It's just simple little workflow stuff. It's never gonna get any oohs and ahs. Like if I was, to demo that at Adobe Max, I wouldn't get no cheers for it. But like every day, dude, you use stuff like that a lot,
Nice.
All right, so we're gonna turn this dude into a halftone. Let me see. I'm gonna use him, and then I'll use Adobe stock for another example next, just so we can do it again. Or I don't know if your machine's tripping, maybe you want to try it on your end or whatever. You know what I mean? All right, cool. Give it a shot. We'll give it a shot. All right, so I'll walk you through the steps real quick on this guy. This one's gonna be difficult because I have like a gray background and all this stuff. So I'll talk a little bit more workflow stuff. So adjustments.
Okay.
I want to turn this guy black and white. All right, so boom, done.
Nice.
What do you call it? Carlos also talks about maybe backing off on the reds a little bit, kind of intensifying those whites.
Yeah.
So no matter what, dude, we all got red blood. So when we back off on this, it's gonna back off on our skin tones a little bit right there. So that's gonna be cool. Now we still got a lot of gray tones over here in the background. I want to get rid of that. I want it to be more white. So I go back to my adjustments, and I'm sure there's a bunch of different ways to do it, but how I thought to do it was bring up my curves.
Okay.
And the reason I thought that was I like this on-image adjustment thing that I've shown you a couple times, so I want to show you in action again. So I got this little hand here. I want to grab all these gray tones, so if I click and go down, I darken things up. If I go up, notice I'm just targeting that gray. Check that out. I'm bent. Look at my curve over on the right.
Nice.
So I'm adjusting all of those guys first. And I don't care that I'm blowing out these highlights because we're gonna turn this into a halftone anyway.
Right.
All right, and then you can start deciding like what areas you want to be darkest. So maybe this guy right here be really dark, something like that. And I don't know if you want to grab any of the midtones or something like that to darken those guys up. In whatever area you want, go for that. All right. The image looks pretty bad, but it's gonna help us out for the halftones.
All right.
Now, look, I even flattened out this line here. This is bad, but it's gonna help us out. It's gonna help us out. Look at all these guys right here. Crazy. All right, let me go back a couple steps. I was overdoing it. All right, there we go. Let me see. We got this guy back here. Oh no. I just want to grab this background. Actually, that's cool, man. I'm gonna just leave it like that. That looks good. All right, so I got a pretty good black and white right here. Not the best. It's still a troublesome one. You'll see that if you had like a white background, it'll work out better. But still. Okay. Next step. Now that we got a good black and white reference here, high contrast is what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Image. Mode.
Nice.
We're gonna change this guy to grayscale. Now you're probably wondering, do you know why we're doing that?
So the actual image turns grayscale, and so when you do your halftone, you only get black and white?
Yeah, so basically like right now we're I think like RGB mode. Yeah, I'm pretty sure yeah, let me come up here. Yeah, RGB mode. So we're using RGB to create this, right? So we're actually using many colors to create this illusion here. So when you go to grayscale, it's kind of like this. We're gonna flatten this guy too and discard all that info. Basically, what we're doing is kind of like when you do when you print out of your inkjet printer and you only use black.
Yeah. That's
what we're doing here. We now have we're just using black to bring in color here. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Now, nothing really changed here yet. If I go to image and jump into another mode, now we got access to this guy, Bitmap. We didn't have access to that earlier because we had too many colors going on.
Okay.
So now we only got that one channel going. We got access to Bitmap.
Nice.
Actually, before I do that, let me make a duplicate of this guy. I just want to do that so I don't mess up this original in case I want to come back to it for some reason.
Nice.
Alright. Image, mode, Bitmap. Alright, so over here in this Bitmap dialog, Here's what's crazy, dude. So in Photoshop, we're always tripping off of resolution, right?
Right.
Dude, right here, you could up resolution. I could turn this into a 600 DPI image if I wanted to.
What?
So if you start off with a really small black and white image like this, like a little 70, like, I don't know, probably more. Let's say like 300 by 300.
Yeah.
You could up the resolution like crazy right here, dude, and get a better result.
What?
So it's reminding me of vectors a little bit in here, dude. But we're still dealing with pixels, but it's not as pixel dependent as the other. We're actually creating pixels here. It's great.
Nice.
All right, so let me see. I'll up the resolution to see what happens. I'll go to 300. I was getting good results at 72, but I'll up it to 300 just to show you.
All right.
Over here for method, let's run through some of these first. I'll start off with threshold first, because these are interesting results, man. Click OK. So I had a 72 DPI image earlier. Now this is a 300 DPI image with a threshold of 50.
Nice.
So I went too crazy here, but you know that if I back off on that a little bit, like this is already looking cool, man.
Right?
If I would have backed off on this already, this is screen print.
Dope.
I can screen print this right now, right?
Yeah.
All right. So that one's dope.
Nice.
Bitmap. Instead of 50 threshold, pattern dither. All right, so go ahead. It runs this little thing on there. Let me get this weird pass right here. It's kind of like, I don't know. Well, basically, you get dithering.
Yeah.
You get all the dithering up in there to make this guy up. That's what all this guy's all about right here.
Nice. That's crazy.
But the one we came to see was halftone. Cool thing is, it does more. I'm gonna play around with that one maybe next time. There's a different method in here called custom pattern.
Nice.
So like, basically what you do is you define a pattern before you go in there. Like it could be your logo. It could be a crown. It could be whatever, and it'll make a halftone out of that pattern.
Crazy.
That's kind of like what Phantasm does in Illustrator, but you're getting it native here in Photoshop.
Nice.
All right, so halftone screen, output 300. Click OK. Now earlier, dude, before you jumped on, man, I was playing around with this and I was getting really bad results. So like, the frequency right here, let's go with like 80.
Okay.
Angle, I usually leave it at 45 or I do 30. That's the angle of which the dots are going to be going.
Okay.
Like, do you want them to go straight up and down and horizontally, or do you want them to have a little tilt? I think a little tilt is good. For me, 30 and 45 always looks good.
Nice.
All right, but check this out. I'm showing you a bad result first, just in case you ever run into this. Click OK. And there we go. So it's not a horrible result, but what happens is, because the resolution is so high, and all that, look, our dots are tiny.
Oh, damn.
Tiny dots. All right, so let me undo that. And I want an obvious halftone effect.
Right.
All right, so let's come over here, like a stylized halftone. So let me go down to 72. I don't know. I don't think that's that important right here. The output. I think it's just gonna speed up the process for me. Actually, here, why don't I just leave it at 300? Actually, you know what? I'll go butt 600. All right, but right here, the frequency is gonna matter. I'm gonna drop this guy down to 5, so we get really big dots. All right, it goes ahead, does this little process back there. See, we're getting this progress bar because I put the resolution up so high.
Nice.
So the processing is gonna take a little bit longer, but that's all good. We're gonna end up with a high resolution image based off of this like web image of the homie Justin Brown. All right, so depending on how far I zoom in, it's gonna look weird because it's like working with the pixels that are in my on my screen, right?
Right.
But check this out. These dots
That's
right here
sick.
look really clean, man.
Right.
You get some good halftoning in here, and to be real, like, you know, lower res images work better with this. This is kind of a big image here. All right, and there's a lot of info going on in the background, but if it was like a lower res doc, it would look really cool, I think. Here, I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna export it at 72 one more time. Before I throw it your way, I want to show you one more trick that you could do with this that blew my mind.
Alright.
This is all old school stuff too, man. Nothing new here.
Crazy.
This is how Carlos always worked, you know. All right, so cool. See, I like, you know, you see the dots. They're not as perfect because I did a 72. I dropped the resolution on there. But I got the effect I want. All right, cool.
True.
Now I'm going to save this guy off. All right. Come over here. See, I was already playing with it earlier. I'm going to save it as a TIFF.
Okay.
Carlos said you could do it as a Photoshop file. But he recommends TIFF, and I forgot why. Basically, I think we ended up saying that it was because he's an old fart. His words, not mine. His words, not mine. I got you on tape, Carlos. So don't fight me, bro. And yeah, so he says he feels more comfortable using a TIFF for this.
Nice,
all right, I'm gonna open up a document. I don't care what size it is. I just got a document in here. Fine. Boom. Now, once Illustrator decides to respond, here we go. I'm on a PC, so Control-Shift-P is going to allow me to place an image. Let's see. Come on, buddy. I was like, is it just acting slow or what? Here it goes. All right, cool. I'm telling you, bro. But watch, if I leave it on all night, tomorrow's going to work like a champ because it's been up.
Mine does the opposite. It takes a poop. If I leave it on.
Yeah, most machines are like that, dude. I don't know why mine's tripping. All right, so I'm gonna click and drag to define the size of this guy. If I were to just click, it would drop it in at the size that it is already, like the actual size. All right, so I'm zooming in. I can see my pixels, my dots to make up this halftone, right?
You.
Now the cool thing is, oh, you can't really see my tools bar because it's all the way down at the bottom, but I do have my fill activated.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit the comma key to bring up my color panel. All right, let's stretch this guy out so I could have more colors in my color box.
Nice.
What's your favorite color, Justin?
Red.
All right, so I'm gonna go with blue. And look.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Dang. Just like that.
Yep. And it doesn't matter if it's in, look, this is a linked image.
Wow.
It's not even in the document. But
okay.
This is all old school. This is all stuff that Illustrator and Photoshop are comfortable with. Like we've been making it do stuff that is not comfortable playing around with. That's why like stuff's all hard. But this is old school stuff right here, bro. This is how they used to get. This was their get down.
Wow. That's insane.
And then Carlos showed me some crazier stuff with InDesign, where InDesign will look at this and be like, all right, like it'll look at a 2-color project and split those 2 colors into many variations, where like if you add a little bit of this color and a little bit of that color, it makes another one. It gives you a whole new box of crayons to play with, but it's still a 2-color job.
Dang.
So crazy. This is all old school stuff, man. But yeah, any color you go with, it'll be in here.
Wow. That's dope. That's really cool.
Yeah,
Holy
man.
shit.
I could find that useful. You want to give it a shot on your end?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool.
Sure.
All right, go ahead, man. Share your screen, and I'll bring you up once.
All right. Skype, share screen.
As for the portrait, let's see if your Adobe stock thing works. We'll just go with that.
All right, cool. Let's go.
All right, now I can see your screen. So there it is. Everybody can see you.
Let's see. Type in Sally. Will it pull up a Sally? I guess a crab is a salad.
Oh, you know what, dude? I think you're showing the other monitor.
Am I?
Yeah, right now I see the magenta with the snake.
All right.
There it is. Cool, cool.
Is there now?
Yeah.
Nice. Perfect. Well, I'll look this way.
There we go. Cool.
Let's
that
see
profile,
here.
bro. You got a dope profile right there.
Thanks.
Did you make that one of those profile drawings for your mom for Mother's Day one year? when you were in
No.
elementary school, kindergarten, something?
No. I don't want no little salad. I'll just do a stallion. This would be pretty cool, right?
Yeah, man.
Alright. How I do this? Yeah?
Yep. So you got it in here.
Place it? Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. So first we want to change this guy to black and white. Go to our adjustments. I don't know my images, like my icons by heart. That one.
Yeah. And the only reason we're changing to black and white right here is so we can control how we want it to look first. You know, if you just hit grayscale, then you're gonna get that grayscale, and it's gonna be a little bit weird to work with. But right here, you're taking control, and you're saying like, I want it to be like this. So
we customizing.
yeah, man, you could use your levels or curves or something like that, or even that black and white. If you double click on black and white, oh, that was the mask. So click on yeah. See, now you get those sliders. I guess a single click. And then I took down the red a little bit. Let's see what happens, just to bring those whites up. See that?
Yeah, nice.
And then yeah, you can play around with your levels or curves to get some more contrast going.
Nice. I like your scrubby slider thing.
Cool.
Let's go somewhere like this. Alright.
Cool.
Now, what we want to do is change our mode to grayscale.
Yep. Merge.
Merge?
Yeah, you gotta flatten it. Discard.
And then, okay, because it merged it all together.
Yeah,
that makes sense. Cool. Now we'll go to Bitmap.
Yep.
Flatten layers? Yeah, sure. Alright. Right here. Should I do 300 or should I just
go with 300? It'll look clean. You'll get cleaner dots.
Nice. And then halftone.
Yep.
What is in there? Oh, centimeters. Nope. Frequency.
Drop that down. Remember, it was by default it's at 53, I think. But you get really fine dots. So if you have a lower frequency, you'll have larger dots.
Okay. And then you got shapes. Ooh.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. You got other ones in there you can play with.
Cross, like little plus signs. Oh. And then angle 45 degrees.
Yeah.
If it's cross, I want it like just 0 degrees.
All right, hey, just the boss man.
You know,
making decisions. I like it. There we go.
It's alright. It's alright.
Hey,
it's alright.
That's a screen print.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, we're like, what mesh is that though? What mesh? That's like a 10 mesh.
Yeah.
It's like a 10 by 10 mesh.
No. It's alright.
Nah, but that's dope. It looks like I don't know. My aunt used to make these like not paintings, but they're like portraits, and she would do them by sewing stuff. Like a
like a cross stitch, right?
Yeah. She used to do those. They'd be like little scenes.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
Let's see. Maybe I should add it was over it. Let's do a 30.
30s.
And then do diamonds.
Oh, and did you see Kendrick Lamar is going on tour with YG?
No way. What?
He got YG on the tour.
Crazy.
It's gonna be Compton as fuck.
Right. That'd be dope. Alright.
I like it. I'm gonna do a video on this tomorrow, showing how to create a halftone with that. Real quick, dude. If you're up for it, you want to do the font thing?
Yeah, sure.
It's 9:30 now, so if you want to get off, I feel you.
Now let's do a font thing real quick.
All right, cool. Thanks, man.
Yay!
You're a trooper.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, and I started posting a couple of these on my new YouTube channel.
Ooh.
And I put the two that you suggested, which was Illustrator 1 and Photoshop 1. And then I put one with me and you, and that one got like a gang of hits right away.
Nice.
I think we were talking about 3D in Photoshop. So I was like, I don't know if it's the topic or people just love Justin, but that one got that's. And since they're like an hour long, the analytics tell you like, yeah, people are just watching like 5-10 minutes of this and then bouncing. That's the only one people have seen all the way through.
Dope. That's fucking dope.
I was like, Justin's a superstar.
All right, let me enlarge this. No.
What are you doing?
Trying to make it larger. That's all.
That's Control Alt greater than. Or is it Control Shift greater than? Oh, but you have to have your text select. Photoshop's weird. You have to have like the text highlighted.
Oh.
Like that, yeah.
Okay.
And then
Control Shift greater than. There we go. Alright. I don't want to match this font at all. Let's see. Where's some cool fonts I have? Nope.
Bumbazoid looked interesting. Coventry looks interesting. Deftones.
Yeah. Let's see what they have that matches Coventry Garden. So what we would do is go to the top, click on our type, and then go to match font.
Yeah.
Then this dialog box comes up, tells you to resize your handlebars.
Hey, why does Kendrick say handlebarred like a fade?
Wait, what?
On God.
What verse is this?
He says something like, sick as El DeBarge with the finger waves. Watch me work at JT. Handlebars like a fade.
JT. Handlebars like a fade. Handlebars like a fade.
It might not even be that. Like, so I got on my Amazon Music app, and it gives you the lyrics as you go, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, oh, it says handlebar. It sounds like he says that too. Handlebar like a fade. But I do think they got wrong. Is he said they said he says selling verses to Jay-Z. Watch me work at JT, but it sounds like he's only saying JT the whole time. It doesn't sound like a Z.
You're right.
But Jay-Z makes sense. And then I was like, well, what verse did he sell to Jay-Z though? And who's JT? Is he talking about Justin Timberlake?
At first, I really wanted it to be Justin Timberlake, and then it's like maybe not. Kendrick and Justin should do a song together though. That would be fire.
That'd be dope.
That's Justin's comeback.
That was gross.
There's no font that looks like this one. There's none. Let me try it one more time.
How about focusing on like on just the F?
All right. Yeah. Okay. These are better.
Yep. Not perfect, but they're better. Actually, I thought I was gonna give you like some kind of symbol stuff too, like maybe.
Oh yeah, because all of this.
Dingback.
I kind of like. I like this one.
Yeah, that one's dope. Actually, that one was a standout to me too.
Wordy people.
Click on it. See, then boom, then it just syncs into your machine. I just wanted you to walk through it so you could like actually do it. I think once we do it a couple of times, we're like, oh, this is easy.
Yeah. All right. If this is the one, I love it.
And then the other thing I like about this too is that, like, you know, when people watch these, it's always like, well, do it, go ahead and sync it. And we just say, we usually just say like, yeah, you could.
Yeah, I love that. That's a nice font.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So there we go, bro. Hopefully that changed your Photoshop world a little bit.
It does, actually. That's dope.
I don't know what I'm gonna yap with you about next Wednesday. It's gonna be Illustrator for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What I was thinking of is showing you some drawing. Not because I know how to draw, because I really don't. But I figured like I like tracing stuff like garments and stuff like that.
Ooh.
So I wanted to show you maybe how I trace a garment native in Illustrator versus using Dynamic Sketch with Astute Graphics.
Nice. That would be sick.
Yeah. I'm always holding that one. I always got that one tucked just in case, like, you know, I don't have nothing to show. I could just show that. That was pretty fun. But yeah, and then I'm gonna bug Carlos to show me some Illustrator stuff. I'm not exactly sure what, but I got a list of things that I want him to show me, so we'll see what we come up with for that.
Nice.
But this one, the stuff, that halftone thing I showed you today, that was all Carlos all day. It was yeah, it was just about him showing off a little bit. Like, you know, sometimes I ask him just show me something that you like to do, something that's fun for you, something you use in your workflow, and that was him just flexing on me real quick. It was dope. It was dope. Cool. I learned a lot thanks to that fool, man. Great.
Nice.
But like always, dude, if you think anything throughout the week that gets on your nerves that you want to try out, or something that trips you up, just let me know, and then I'll check it out. Cool.
Will do.
All right, fool. So that's it, man. Let's go up and get up out of here. And why the music stop? Oh, there you go. I wanted to go out with some music playing and everything went quiet. That was awkward. All right, man. Thanks for coming on with me, bro. I'm gonna go ahead and end it, man.
All right, bro. Let's do some tacos.
Taco time.